Welcome. Today we're talking about Theon International. I'm joined by Dimitris Pathanis, the company's CFO. Welcome, Dimitris.
Good morning, David. Really nice to meet you and happy to be here.
Okay. Theon only joined the market in February last year, so quite new to many investors. So can you start by giving us a quick overview of the group and your position in the end markets?
Absolutely. Theon is a pure-play defense electronics house specialized in night vision and thermal systems. These are mission-critical optoelectronic devices for both man-portable and platform-based systems, such as night vision goggles, night vision and thermal imaging weapon sights or systems that are attached to a vehicle that enable the visualization of images in low light and obscured conditions using state-of-the-art technologies. The company was founded in Greece back in 1997, and ever since we have successfully delivered over 200,000 systems to more than 71 countries around the world, out of which 26 NATO states. In Europe alone, we are the largest provider of night vision goggles with over 50% share, and our growth over the last 5 years has been remarkable at more than 50% annually, always with best-in-class profitability.
Thanks very much. As you say, the business has grown pretty rapidly in recent years. What's enabled you to win some of these big military contracts, particularly against some very large international competition?
Theon is focused on delivering superior best-in-class products, and as such, we have a leading reputation in our markets and strong relationship with militaries globally. Our R&D in-house team consists of highly skilled workforce that is constantly innovating to provide and improve our products and develop new ones. This allows us to stay ahead of the competition. We have deep technological know-how and engineering expertise at the core of our operations. Additionally, we are a very nimble operator with a highly flexible model, which means we can offer our customers fully customized solutions, a unique offering unmatched in the market. We are able to fast-track these requests while ensuring consistent high quality across these critical products, and this without compromising on the speed of delivery. The feedback received by our customers is the one that leads to continuous improvement of our products. Something, David, it is worth investors bearing in mind in terms of our competitive differentiators is our vertically integrated operating model with large scale that brings strong purchasing power and enabled us to operate at market-leading mid-20s EBIT margins. Overall, we believe that over the years, Theon has been transformed from a regional supplier into a respected international player, driven by a history of product innovation, global partnerships, and geographical growth.
The defence sector has been pretty strong of late, reflecting the current global friction, particularly in Ukraine. How do you see this segment moving forward? Particularly, is there a risk when these conflicts are sorted out?
When you look across all major geographies, David, defense spending is growing and shows no signs of slowing. Even if we consider potential resolutions in specific situations such as the one that you are mentioning. This is predominantly attributed to the fact that regions like Europe have been underinvesting in military equipment for more than 2 decades, and now, in the face of aggressive neighbors, they must accelerate their expenditure. Globally, defense spending is forecasted to grow at 4.4% annually through 2029, with defense electronics spending growing even faster. More precisely, the man-portable segment is estimated to grow at 10% and the platform-based products at 6% rate, respectively. This is in part driven by the increasing penetration of night vision and thermal imaging technology within militaries worldwide. A key benefit of designing and manufacturing cutting-edge leading technology is that as we roll this out to our customer base, other militaries need this higher-grade tech in order to gain competitive edge or even to simply maintain a level playing field, and this further supports our growth.
Right. You've been listed for just over a year now. Can you outline the progress the business has made in that time?
Sure. The last year has been a remarkable year for Theon, very active for our business, filled with milestones, achievements along the way. As you mentioned, Theon International was listed to Euronext Amsterdam exactly a year ago, raising almost 100 million proceeds, a decision we took to fuel further the company's growth while providing flexibility to achieve its long-term growth goals through its M&A activity. Shortly afterwards, we also joined the Euronext Tech Leaders, an initiative dedicated to fostering high growth and leading tech companies. Our post-listing experience involves significantly increasing Theon's visibility to the markets. Since listing, we have announced several new contracts, including to supply the Estonian Defense Forces with night vision monoculars, the supply to the French Ministry of Interior with our Argus night vision systems, and more recently, the exercise of a third option of the OCARN night vision contract to deliver several thousand additional micron binocular night vision systems. Moreover, we have recently introduced our new ARMED ecosystem. This is an ecosystem of connected devices that addresses the modern soldier's requirements for enhanced situational awareness, fused imagery, and interconnectivity. Theon has signed a long-term commercial agreement with Exosense, which not only help us to secure our supply chain, but also it enables us to further reduce our lead time to the customers. And in line with our product innovation and diversification strategy to support new contracts, Theon proceeded with a 10 million investment in developing platform-based products over the next 10 months. We also announced our first major acquisition of a 60% stake in Harder Digital, a German manufacturer of image intensifier tubes. By insourcing this critical component in the night vision value chain, we have been able to enhance our operational security and flexibility. The acquisition has also provided us with access to niche technologies supporting our in-house R&D capabilities and strengthening our presence and manufacturing capabilities in Germany and the Baltic region, which are key markets for Theon. Last but not least, during 2024, Theon proceeded with several structural changes to ensure its compliance with the governance framework and the requirements of a highly regulated environment such as Euronext Amsterdam.
That's great, thanks. Within that, you just mentioned the platform businesses and the investment that's going in there. Can you outline the opportunity that will open up for you and anything else that's interesting in the pipeline?
Key objective of our growth strategy is the realization of acquisition of targets for the expansion of our product portfolio, further geographical expansion, and the vertical integration of the supply chain, focusing on the supply of certain main components. So far, we have achieved progress in M&A with the acquisition of Harder Digital, that I mentioned earlier, and with our new small production facility in South Korea, which will enable Theon to expand its geographical reach. Of course, we are innovating across our product base, but as you mentioned, part of this includes targeted investment in platform-based optronics. These are multi-sensory, cutting-edge products and an exciting opportunity for our business. Platform products enable enhanced functionality and flexibility. They can combine information across products and devices to provide increased situational awareness. We expect these products to become a larger contributor to our growth in the coming year. Across our products, we have a very strong pipeline. Our soft order backlog is already facilitating growth ahead of the market, and we have additional multi-million options attached to the existing backlog, which will drive double-digit growth in 2025 and beyond, all while ensuring we retain high levels of profitability.
That's great. As you said, you've had a successful and very busy first year as a listed company. So most investors now are probably interested sort of medium term where the business is going. So what do you think Theon might look like in 4 or 5 years' time?
Currently, the main portable segment of the night vision market accounts for the vast majority of our business, approximately 90% of sales. Over the next 3 to 5 years, we expect growth in this area to continue, supported by innovation within our product portfolio as we further develop our next generation of integrated systems. This will be assisted by the increasing penetration of night vision products within militaries globally. And as we talked about earlier, a key focus going forward is the growth of our platform-based products. We're expediting the R&D process, and we are making meaningful investment to accelerate our entry to that market. In addition, we expect to expand our presence and market position in other key geographies, particularly in the USA and in parts of Asia. Our strategy will enable us to generate continued strong growth with revenue expansion at least in line with our addressable markets and a sustained mid-20s EBIT margin, all while maintaining a 30 to 40% dividend payout ratio, as it was communicated during the IPO, to ensure that we provide continued value to our shareholders. Supporting across all of these areas is our very proactive M&A strategy, which we expect to further transform the business over the next 5 years.
Yeah, that's great. And just one last question then before we go. You've been on the market for a year. I just wondered if you see any misconceptions that people are seeing about Theon at the moment. Is there anything you think the market hasn't quite picked up yet?
That's an excellent question, David. I think one of the areas investors are often concerned by is our ability to sustain our strong growth track record with misconceptions around the future tender options and the potential impact of cyclicality in the defense market. As we discussed earlier, even with potentially improving conditions in conflict zones like Ukraine, worldwide there is a continued global focus on defense spending and ensuring militaries are well provided for with cutting-edge technologies driven by persistent geopolitical tensions that show no signs of abating. In addition, the long-standing relationship with our customer base and the structure of many of our existing framework contracts means that a larger proportion of our forward order book is secured, and those contracts contain significant additional options to expand those commercial agreements. The security in our order book is well highlighted by the updated 2025 guidance. It has been provided to the market towards the end of last year. We announced expected revenue of at least 410 million euros, of which approximately 80% is already covered by our soft backlog. Over the past 6 years, we have generated a revenue CAGR of over 50%, and with the potential now to grow in new, previously untapped markets like the platforms one that we mentioned before, the growth opportunity in front of us is significant, and of course, we are very excited about the years to come.
Great. Thanks very much. Thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to following your progress going forward.
Thank you. Thank you, David, for this.
Speak soon. Cheers. Bye.